Hey Steel fans, Calvin Bush here, and a new segment that we're doing for the 25th season of Chicago Steel Hockey, Lap Around the Rink, where we take a coach, player, anybody else in the Chicago Steel community, take them outside and ask them some questions about what's going on in the world of the Chicago Steel. For our first episode, we have none other than the head coach and the general manager of the Chicago Steel, Mike Garman, has joined us for our first episode. Mike, thank you for the time. We really appreciate it. Let's start off by talking about this year's roster. You've got another great group of young talent with the Steel this season, one of the youngest groups in the league this year. How does this season's roster compare to other teams that you've had the opportunity to coach in your time with the Chicago Steel?
We love the group. They're, as you said, it's a relatively young, but at the same time, like a great experience base and a great diversity of type of players, and a lot of them have been in our organization for a long time, and huge credit to our scouting staff, where some of them we've maybe drafted 2-3 years ago, and we've had them out with our organization multiple times, maybe played games or developed in practice. And so, albeit maybe newer and younger as far as their first full year in the USHL, just people that we're really comfortable with and that we've loved working with so far.
So you've got 2 games upcoming against the Green Bay Gamblers this weekend. You guys had a good battle with them in the playoffs last year, took it to 3 games, really good back and forth. What is it going to take going into this weekend to start this season series with some success against a good division rival that's created good battles in seasons past?
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I think they're really well coached, a really good team. I think really every team in this league is highly competitive, and for us, we're always just focused on ourselves, how we're doing, how we're playing, and so it should be a really good test for us this weekend.
You've been with the Chicago Steel for a long time now, we'll put it that way, but talking about guys that have advanced on to the next level, your Macklin Celebrinis, your Adam Fantillis, Owen Power, Josh Doan, another guy as well. When you look at players like that have played under your coaching staff, what is it like to see them not just advance to the next level, but do so with flying colors with great success?
Yeah, it's probably the most fun part of what we get to do. And as you mentioned, there's a lot of high in there, and there's 100 other players that are having great success in different levels of pro or college. And so I think the most fun thing for us is watching these kids go on and being successful at their next step, whatever that might be. And then for a lot of these guys being impact players in the NHL now too. It's I think it's why we do what we do as a coaching staff.
Shifting gears a little bit here, so I have to ask this question. We're passing this hill that's outside of the Fox Valley Ice Arena here. That's cross-country route, I think. A lot of people like to climb those hills for a workout routine. I saw you this summer outside on that hill. I think it was like 100 degrees, one of those really nasty warm days, and you were still up there running that hill. Do we expect to see you running hills when it's 0 degrees, some snow falling? I mean, how intense is your workout routine that you have?
I wouldn't call it intense, but yeah, we're not picky on the weather. Whatever it happens to be, we're going.
I love that answer. So another kind of question more geared towards the personal side. You played goaltender in your hockey career, obviously. So I think the question begs to be answered. Did you have any superstitions, weird things that you did as a goaltender during your playing days at all?
As I went, I was almost purposefully not superstitious because I didn't want to get caught up in anything. Early on, I do think you gravitate to rituals, or you tend to grab onto something, maybe a pregame meal because you might have had a shutout that night, but way less so than you would think, and a lot of that was just purposefully trying not to get caught up in it.
So do you think that there is maybe some, not necessarily media attention, that kind of drags that out more than it needs to be as far as goaltenders go, superstitions, things like that?
I think people are weird, players, goalies included. For some reason, goalies get the bad rap.
That's fair. If you had one cheat meal that you had to pick, only one cheat meal that you could select any day of the week, or I guess going forward, what would that cheat meal be? Because I know that you're about the nutrition craze with the workouts and the whole thing.
I think you'd be shocked at how poor my diet is. So most of my meals are cheat meals. I would go buffalo wings though.
Any specific sauce, flavor, anything, or
No,
restaurant?
just the buffalo hot sauce. I'm pretty versatile there.
Okay. We're rounding the corner. We're approaching the front of the rink again here. So Coach, I'll leave you with one more question. We mentioned already you've been doing this for a long time now. You've coached a lot of players. You've played under some different coaches during your playing career as well. Is there one mantra, quote, or something that a coach, whether that was someone you played for or coached alongside in your career, that has really resonated with you up until this day, or perhaps that you even implement into your coaching style today?
I've been really fortunate, like you said, to play for a lot of great coaches, coach with a lot of great coaches, just come into contact with a ton of great hockey minds here and before. I think for us this year, for our staff, Tyler Haskins, Michael Gerska, and myself, we talk just a lot about the focus on getting better, and we want to be the best at getting better. So that's what comes to mind for me.
What's in your time here with the Chicago Steel? I guess one more good question. What in your time with the Chicago Steel, again, 25th season, but it's all about memories now in this season for the franchise. What stands out the most? I know you've got a Clark Cup championship in 2020, but is there anything else that really stands out to you when you look back at your time with the team?
Good question. A lot. I would say the players that we've had, and just so fortunate to work with so many great kids and players. And then I've loved so much of the staff and people that I've gotten to work with, and there's been a ton of ups and downs in that time, but it's really been an amazing experience.
Awesome. Well, I think we'll wrap it up there, Coach. We again appreciate your time so much. Thanks for kicking off this series that we've got. We appreciate the time, and good luck against Green Bay this weekend.
Thanks, guys.